For years, we've been promised this future, right? The one where our cars just drive us to work. A world where we can just kick back, read, relax while our car handles the commute. Well, that future feels closer than ever, but let me tell you, the road to get there is full of some serious twists and turns. Okay, let's dive in. I mean, this is the big one, isn't it? This is the question that gets right to the heart of the whole self-driving dream. We see all the cool prototypes, we hear the big announcements, but when does this technology actually change your morning commute? Well, the answer, as it turns out, is pretty complicated. And this quote right here, it absolutely nails it. The tech itself is moving at an incredible speed, but it's hitting this wall of real-world problems. We're talking about laws, public trust, and, the nitty-gritty of the technology itself. This means the race is about so much more than just who can build the smartest car. So let's unpack this a little. Why does this driverless dream feel like it's kind of stuck in traffic? It's definitely not because the idea isn't amazing. It is. It's because making it a global reality, well, that's a whole different beast. Exactly. Think of it like this. Every country, and sometimes even every single state or province, has its own set of rules, its own kinds of roads, its own culture. There isn't just one finish line for everyone. So while these companies are sprinting ahead with the technology, the rest of the world is basically jogging a marathon, trying to figure out how to integrate it. And all of this has created what you could call a global patchwork. It's this messy, fascinating, and sometimes totally contradictory map of progress. To even begin to understand it, we all need to be speaking the same language. And that common language is the SAE levels of automation. It's really just a simple scale from 0 to 5. Level 0 is your classic car, all you, all the time. Level 2 is what a lot of new cars have today, with things like adaptive cruise control. But the real goal, the holy grail, is getting to levels 4 and 5, where the car is truly doing all the work. So now, with those levels in mind, you can really see this patchwork in action. In Austria, for example, they're capped at level 2 for any normal driving. Then you hop over to British Columbia in Canada, and they've actually banned anything level 3 or higher unless it's a special approved test. But contrast that with China, which is just going all in, opening up massive stretches of road for demos. And the US? It's a complete jigsaw puzzle, a state-by-state free-for-all. It's all over the map. So you've got these 3 major roadblocks: the technology, the laws, and, well, us, the public. We're still a little wary. So for a minute, let's just focus on that first one, the technology, and check out one specific AI innovation that's helping to build much safer, more reliable systems. So let's pop the hood and zoom in on one area where AI is making a huge difference: predictive maintenance. I know, it might not sound as exciting as a car that drives itself, but trust me, this is an absolutely crucial piece of the puzzle to make that happen. So what is it? Put simply, imagine your car could tell you it's about to get sick before it even shows any symptoms. That's pretty much it. It uses a whole bunch of sensors and smart AI to constantly monitor the car's health. So instead of waiting for a breakdown, the system predicts that a part is going to fail, and it flags it for repair before it happens. And this chart really shows you what a massive leap this is. Traditional maintenance is reactive. You fix things after they break, right? That means higher costs and, of course, unplanned breakdowns. But the AI-driven approach is proactive. It's all data-driven, which means lower costs, and most importantly for a whole fleet of driverless cars, it minimizes that unexpected downtime. The process itself is actually pretty elegant. First, sensors all over the car are just collecting tons and tons of data. Then the AI algorithms sift through all of it, looking for tiny patterns that a human would never, ever spot. Based on that, the AI predicts a failure and then, crucially, sends out an alert. It completely changes the car from a machine that just breaks into one that tells you how to prevent it from breaking. Okay, so that's the tech. It's amazing. But let's zoom back out and see what this all means in the real world. I mean, how does this data actually turn into real value? Well, first off, the money. McKinsey figures this AI approach could slash maintenance costs by up to 40%. Now, for a single car owner, that's great, but for a company that's managing a fleet of thousands of robotaxis, that's an absolute game changer. And then there's this, a potential 50% cut in downtime. 50%. That means the cars are out on the road, doing their job, not just sitting in a repair shop. This is how you make autonomous fleets both profitable and reliable. And hey, this isn't some far-off concept for the future. As you can see, the big players are already deep in this game. You've got Tesla using it for real-time monitoring, GM with its OnStar system, and Daimler using it to keep its huge fleet of Mercedes-Benz trucks running. This is happening right now. So at the end of the day, this is about so much more than just maintenance. It's about creating this entire ecosystem of intelligence around the vehicle. By turning that flood of data into clear, smart decisions, you're building cars that are fundamentally safer and more reliable. And that's exactly what you need to overcome those big hurdles of public hesitation and technology challenges. So where does all this leave us? What does the road ahead really look like for these cars and the AI that powers them? There are a few key trends you're going to want to watch. The AI models themselves, they're going to become self-learning, constantly getting better. We're going to see much deeper integration with electric vehicles to manage that precious battery life. And it's not just going to be about the car. It's going to be about this fully connected system where the vehicle, the road, and the cloud are all constantly talking to each other. Of course, it's not a completely smooth ride from here on out. There are still hurdles. On the tech side, this stuff can be really expensive to implement, and you absolutely need perfect data for the AI to work. And then there's the human side. We still have to solve these huge questions around data privacy and navigate this growing web of regulations. But even with those challenges, the trajectory is crystal clear. AI isn't just a cool feature anymore, it's literally becoming the central nervous system for our vehicles. It's the key that's going to unlock not just a car that can drive itself, but one that can maintain itself, making the whole system safer and way more trustworthy. Which kind of brings us to a final provocative thought. The tech is getting better every single day. The governments are slowly but surely writing the rule books. So, with all that progress, you really have to wonder, is the final, biggest roadblock to our driverless future no longer the car, but our own willingness to trust it and finally let go of the wheel?